All right, good morning. Good morning. Heading to the gym. Saturday, as this is being recorded. Don't have the boys this weekend, but I'll get to go to tennis practice, and so I get to see them a little bit, which would be nice. But going to the gym, this is a little extra day, and so get some body parts that need a little extra work, some biceps, triceps, always working shoulders too, and abs, calves, forearms too. So there's a lot of muscle groups, and so it's nice to be able to do this early Saturday morning, not in a rush. Sometimes I'm in a rush depending the morning schedule with work, and to be able to get through all of these. So I finished week 4 of this mesocycle, and so coach, we're doing 4-week increments, and so coach sent me my new plan. And so it's kind of a mash of all the different, not all, of different exercises from the first 2 plans, and with one new exercise. But the big difference I noticed is that we changed the sets and rep ranges from last time. So the very first month, it was either 3 sets or it was 4 sets. And depending on the exercise, this last one, everything was 5 sets. And now this one is all 4 sets. But a big difference is the rep ranges are much higher. So we're doing less sets, but higher reps. And so before the rep range was 8 to 12, now it's 15 to 20. And so that's going to be interesting. I have to adjust my weights a little bit, of course, obviously. Weights will have to come down with the higher amount of reps. But I'm thinking like squats, man, doing 15, 20 squats, that can be exhausting. But, not just, for the legs part, but since there's a lot of fatigue, and same with deadlifts, it's going to be like a physical workout or aerobic workout or something. But anyway, I'm excited for that, and I think I'm going to start doing some more stuff at either the Y or another club. It's because the Smith machine, I like it, but there's definitely some limits to it. Specifically, I like it for like the bench and such, because I can push, and I'm not have to worry about the bar falling on me is really, and I could turn it all different areas. But for squats and deadlifts, the restriction and the range of motion, not the best, not awful for squat, but for deadlift, it really sucks for deadlift, because the way those Smith machines, if you're familiar, is like you have the bar down, it doesn't go all the way down. So it's like you're starting off with it higher, so I don't get as deep of a stretch, full range of motion that I want to get. I stand on a plates, but that's still not high enough. So I'll make some changes there. This one club I'm looking at where my son does tennis is thinking of maybe doing that one, because they have some more different they have some more things than the YMCA does that I think that can be beneficial. But any which way, so I got that workout today and don't have much else planned. I think I need to buy some stuff for the house. The guest room, I have to get that. My parents are going to stay over for one night, because I got because I have to have an early flight, and it's just the same thing. I'm flying out early in the morning and getting back that night, and so they're going to be there to make sure the boys get off to school just fine. So I got to get that room taken care of. But anyway, let's talk some work stuff. So interesting. So we're working to grow. We're doing interviews, and when we do interviews, people a lot of times be like, okay, we're trying to, and especially in a sales environment, trying to get as many salespeople as you can, right? Well, no, you're trying to get as many of the right people. And so when we do interviews with people, and they get to the stage where they're talking with me, so one of my business partners, he usually does the first part of it. He's like, hey, it's this guy sounds like there might be something there, and then we bring them on, and then we'll do kind of a group one, that person, and then my business partner and I. And it's usually with me going in, and I'm asking a lot of questions. But what we're trying to find out is do we think this person can work with us? If we think, okay, there's a shot there, not really sure, we might give them a shot, right? Because our risk is a little low on if it doesn't work out what we're doing. Other positions is you don't take those kind of shots and give people those kinds of shots because the risk is not worth the reward. But anyway, so I had a couple interviews recently, and just be blunt, not going to be bringing them in on board. They want to, because they like what they hear and what we offer and all that stuff. And what is the biggest reason why these guys not going to bring these guys on? Is it because they don't have enough past success? Is it because they don't have enough experience? Is it because they lack a base of opportunity? It's none of that. None of that. It's right here. Their mindset. Their mindset, could tell, is so warped. When I say warped, it's not that there's anything like you think, oh, this person's a messed up person. No, it's so tied into how everybody else thinks that they can't break away from it, and unwilling to break away from it. And even when I challenged them on it, is they wanted to continue to hold on to their belief system. Oh, it's a down hard market and everybody's down. You look at the industry, everybody's down and this and that. And the problem with that kind of thinking is you allow yourself an excuse to fail. You allow yourself an excuse not to do well. Now, does that mean that, hey, we pretend it's not difficult? No, we don't pretend that at all. We embrace that and we see the opportunity and we go after it. And how do I know? Is because we have people on our team that joined us that were doing tiny business, and they join us in the hardest market that they've ever experienced. It's not the hardest market ever, but difficult market, and their businesses are flourishing, making $18,000 a month. And whereas before they were making a fraction of that. And why? Is because they're doing the work. The business is there. And so many people get lost. Their mindset is, oh, this is hard. And, instead of doing anything about it, they just have a pity party and wallow together and don't end up going anywhere with it. And so the biggest thing that we look for first is the mindset. Now, if somebody's is not that strong, and then they're like, hey, and then they're humble, like in the sense of, hey, I know I need to work on this. I'm committed. I'm going to do it. I'm working on the changes. I'm just lacking direction and needing help and someone to come alongside me, and I need accountability, and I want to change what I'm doing. That's different. But when somebody wants to hold to their mindset of excuses, that will never work, because I don't put up with excuses. Now, we have circumstances. Like, we have people on our team that have very challenging things outside of work that they have to deal with on a daily basis, family stuff, and that's a reality. And we come alongside those people and we help them and to grow. And we have one that is a very difficult situation. He too is closing more business than he's ever had, and he's got a very I won't get into his personal life, what's going on, but very difficult situation, and he is thriving, making a ton of money. And now he's making a ton of money, which in turn, it's going to help him be able to put finances into this family situation to help, better help the situation, what it is. Again, being a little vague. But he's embracing what's, the opportunity to go after things when it's a thing of beauty. Anyway, when we're hiring for our salespeople, it's first and foremost mindset. From there, then it's, okay, do they know how to do the job? Meaning that as a loan officer, because we're not training brand new people, because there's too much to know on the mechanics of being a loan officer, the loan types, the different guidelines. It's very complex, and we're not there to train people from the ground up. Now, people have questions here and there. Obviously we have resources, but they have to know how to do a loan. Yeah, so we look for the mindset. Is then do they know how to do a loan? And then the next is, are they going to be coachable? And I guess that's part of the mindset part of it too. And from there, we can work with those people, and assuming they put in the work. And if they don't, well, the results are going to show. All right, so I'm at the gym. You have yourself a great Saturday or whatever day of the week it is that you're watching this, and catch you later.